and they tried their best, but they had a backup quarterback in. So they got the big dog in. Mr. Pratt is back. Is that his name?
Yes, sir.
Let's ride.
You're a football pundit right there.
Yeah. I tried my best. I was pretending I was one of you guys.
Not so fast, man. Not too fast. Hey, SMU's got one of the top defenses in the country. SMU upsets Tulane.
I'm with you. Kevin Jennings going to step in for Preston Stone that you were asking about. He went down with the injury. Brett Lashley, he just has a way of coaching, making it easier for the quarterback. They scored, they won 8 in a row. I'm going to go with SMU. I'm with you. Upset.
Boy, the Liberty Hawks, you're right. They never got to get in that New Year's Six Bowl. What about the Sun Belt Championship game, App State and Troy?
I got friends who love App State. I love their defense, opportunistic ball hogs, my super dog, App State.
Okay, I love that your super dog. I might be making a similar decision later for that particular reasoning, and only that reason. I like App State because they wanted a JMU, and everything was there, and it ruined their dreams. Any team that can accomplish that, I love it. I think App State wins the championship.
Amen, brother. I've had my dreams ruined many a times, and so I can really relate to some of that what you're talking about. And I'll say this, I like, they're playing Troy.
Yeah.
I like Troy, man. You know, they got a top 20 defense. A lot of people don't know about it. Troy does a really, really great job. I got a nephew that's over there. I don't know if he's a nephew, but he's like a step cousin or whatever. He's
Down there in Louisiana.
well, we're related. And he's an ATO over there, Alpha Tau Omegle or whatever, and he's seems like a semi-decent man. And so I'm going to cheer with Troy, man. I think they need a big win down there in Southern Alabama, so I'm excited. And I'm nervous.
What is ATO? What is that? ATO?
ATO?
I'm ATO Florida State.
Are you ready?
That's right. App State wins it. Florida State. Upset.
I'm going App State here. I'm sorry. I'm with Pat. Joey Aguiar is the difference in this game. Sun Belt newcomer of the year. And I'm going to go with
You nailed it. Hey, Herbie, you nailed it. Hey, you nailed it. ACC, Louisville and Florida State.
You know, the quarterback situation kind of shaky right now. Game time decision for Florida State's Rodemaker, so I'm going to go with Louisville to pull the upset.
Wait a minute.
They like that.
Wait a minute.
It's going to be a long day tomorrow, brother.
Let me tell you about the chaos. I agree with you. Louisville and Kentucky last year. Is it Rodemaker? Is it Flynn? I don't think it matters. I think it's Louisville team matchup-wise. Feels very good against Florida State.
I think Florida State, they can put anybody in at quarterback. They can put Ms. Down.
Absolutely.
I think they would get it done. Ever since they shook LSU that first game of the season, I've been a buyer of that stock, man. I'm I think Jameis Winston, they're going to pull off that.
He was, I understand.
Yeah, but I think he could still play if he wanted to down there. He's only 2 months of eligibility. And the Saints are using him appropriately. We all know that. So I'll say this, man. I think they're going to pull off that. They're going to pull off that crustacean W down there, that crap jack dub. Believe me, baby, I'm that trust station. Trust in me, I got this. Let's do it.
Coach, your thoughts? What did you say? Florida State's defense wins it.
Yep.
You're just going to do this right here. You said it doesn't matter who's going to be showing up for Florida State because Louisville's ready. To me, this is a determined team. Louisville's off of a loss. Florida State is going to come around that quarterback position with just too many athletes, too much speed. Mike Louisville gets that championship.
Michigan, Iowa.
Yeah, because of everything Michigan's going through, they didn't get this far just to get this far. Go, got the Wolverines.
That's my super dog. So, 22-point dogs. The last 3 times, Iowa has been a 20-plus point underdog. They've won 2 of them outright. Another one happens tonight for Josh Schmidt and the Hawkeyes. Give me Iowa beating Michigan in Louisville Stadium tonight in Indianapolis.
Amen. What are we talking about right now?
Michigan, Iowa.
Oh, yeah, I believe in that. And I'm going to say this, that Iowa, they just can't stop. That's the problem, man.
That's a big part. That's a problem.
I don't know if they need George Kittle to donate plasma over there on campus. I don't know if they need. Look, get B.J. Armstrong, get Kevin Gamble, get anybody in the game that can help them, man. Some alums over there. But I am going to take the Iowa team today.
I did not expect this. Iowa was my super dog, so I got to go with
preach.
Amen, baby. My cousin's got Hawk eyes. He can see it.
For you, perfect.
Look at this.
If Iowa
Look at that.
wins, is Michigan out of the playoff?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I don't know. They're not going to lose. Kirk Ferentz, I love him. He's one of the greatest coaches, and his ability to find a way to win games. Phil Parker, great defensive coordinator. It's going to be close early because of the sloppiness of it, but Michigan, way too many athletes. This team, since they lost to TCU, has been on a mission, not to beat Ohio State, to win a national championship. So Michigan takes care of business. Not even close. Let me tell you, those three in the middle, that's not happening. No.
I'm going with the Longhorns. Impressed from week 1 to now. Love what I see from them in the trenches. Yeah, they will take care of business. Go hook them horns, baby.
I saw Salmon Suit coming onto the field. There is a WWE title on the line. I think the Texas Longhorns take it to the SEC and win the final Big 12 here for them. So,
Yeah, I think Texas is going to be their farewell to the conference that they're in, that they're still in right now. And I like Sarkisian, baby. I'm riding with the coach that I like cheering for, and so I think that they're going to do well today.
nice pick. Texas has beaten 7 eligible bowl teams. More than anybody in the country. They're really tough. They need a big win.
And what they need to do is not press to try to make plays, to make it a big win, because Oklahoma State's a lot like Iowa. They're going to try to play their style of football and frustrate you. Again, I can see that maybe for a half being the case. I think Texas, and what Sark's doing with Quinn Ewers, the weapons around him, too much speed.
The NFL, and we're in for a show from Anthony Richardson. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Ravens and the Browns, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
It is a cold rain coming down. It could be a wet and wild one here by the lakeshore as we join you from Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we got a good one in store as it will be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. Things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but, boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Ritter will set up to throw it. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So here are the Ravens with great field position to start out. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Now the first carry here for Robinson. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. On the option left, Richardson hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, but it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues.
Check white. Smith red. Opposite. Green.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Ritter now on 2nd down. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Yellow.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Look at this Browns defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
It's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Going with Armstead, a 1st down carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 2nd and a couple. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll run with Robinson. Stop short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get all the way to the end zone. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Robinson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Browns defense stands tall. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their 1st touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Ritter on 1st and 10. He'll fight his... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything, every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Heading out, it's a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Check pink, yellow, lining, blue, check white.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
A gain there of 21 yards. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Commit red, opposite, green, switch, yellow.
They'll run on first down. Bradley. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. As they've got it as we resume action. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short, Ritter. He finds his man, complete. It's Bradley. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Ravens at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
A throw over the middle taken in. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Richardson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 3rd down and 1. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long.
65, 60.
Richardson to throw off play action. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much...
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Off play action, Richardson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that... on your scorecard?
Yeah.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove. They're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fighting his way through contact. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Holding, receiving team.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Automatic first down. Set, ready. Yellow, lining, blue, check, ready, go.
And they'll begin by running the option. Taking it right down Broadway. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 34. What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
A Ritter's throw into the hands of Kirk. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Ritter back to throw. Completes this to Addison out left. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Ritter. Open man is Kirk, complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Working from the gun, Ritter. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4. Here's Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Browns first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Ritter to throw it. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
2nd and 10. To the air again, it's Ritter. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Myers' kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And just like that, it's third down. Now Richardson. That is caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Back to the air with Richardson. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Richardson now on second down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, and it's the Colts on top as that one approaches halftime. Justin Fields, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far, as he's thrown a touchdown pass. We'll stay in the AFC North as we head over to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Dalvin Cook with 2 touchdowns there. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. It's Bryce Young with a good day throwing it. 3 touchdown passes there. It was the former Longhorn Bijan Robinson who was tough to stop in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 9. They'll run again here with Robinson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Richardson off the play fake. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 22 needle.
Now Ritter to throw on 1st down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Yellow, line.
Back to throw, Ritter. He's got a man. That's Marshall. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
On 3rd down, it's Bradley. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They begin the drive with Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Tiger, 19 Tiger. Trap 60, trap 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 65 Cats, 65. Come 19, come 19.
Now it's Richardson. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Holding offense.
So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Ready.
Play action. Now Richardson. They'll roll him out right. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Armstead running straight ahead. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. Dangerous when he spots a lane and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Quick throw completed by Richardson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down. And Richardson completes a quick one out wide. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw it here. Ritter working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10.
Check pink, yellow, lining.
Ritter will set up to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Cleveland to return from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. Caught by Nelson left side. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th.
Let's go.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 5.
Go, Reed, go.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. 2nd down and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. McLean, and he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Ravens taking the field. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever. Richardson working from the gun. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Cleveland offense making their way out. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Ritter. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Micah Parsons from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence. And run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
On 2nd down, Ritter. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Ritter back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bradley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Hurt. Right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this down to the 33. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's a 2nd and 8. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Nice little juke.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. A give running right is Armstead. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
On the option left, Richardson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Anthony Richardson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, so
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Come on, set.
First down, here's Ritter. Slant route, and he's got Addison. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Ready.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Green, quick, yellow, black.
Ritter to throw it. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Another throw coming up here for Ritter. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Yellow, black swap.
Ritter. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down, big play. Here's Ritter. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A tackle made by Dorian Williams.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Nelson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to pick it up with Armstead, and he will have a Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Ready, set.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. The DTR going to throw it here. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Browns are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one's pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Back to throw, Ritter. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Ritter now. Throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Ritter with another throw on 2nd down. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Addison hauls it in. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens. Line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Ritter. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Ready, ready.
A final shot now for Ritter. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Baltimore, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.